What's going on, guys? Tech here and welcome back to another episode on the channel. So if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to leave a like and also don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel to get more videos like these. And don't forget to turn on post notifications if you want to get notified whenever I post a new video. Alright, let's head to today's video. If you are looking for a virtual gaming machine at a reasonable price, then Vortex should be on top of your list. It has the ability to turn your mediocre PC or Mac into a high-end gaming PC via cloud streaming, with a number of pricing plans and sort of hardware solutions to suit those budgets. The Vortex application brings game streaming to Windows 10 PCs and laptops, Android 5.0 tablets, mobile devices, smart TVs and Mac devices on Mac OS 10.13 or later. So Vortex game streaming is, I'd say, very versatile. Now Vortex can also stream games in full 1080p HD at 60 frames per second, but it's not yet compatible at 2K or 4K, which puts it a notch below the other streaming services. That being said, resolution and frame rate are entirely dependent on your internet connection speed and how stable it is, which Vortex recommends being at least 10 megabytes per second for broadband on a 5 GHz Wi-Fi signal. Ideally, you want to use a wired connection, but Wi-Fi is okay if it's good and you are close enough to the router. Also, if you intend to use your mobile data or mobile broadband, this needs to maintain a 4G signal and ideally be 5G ready, but you'll have to keep your data caps in mind. Now, another downside of Vortex is that you don't get full remote access to your virtual machine, meaning you cannot access different PC game services like Epic or Steam, and instead have to rely on Vortex's own curated library and agreements it has with these stores. This certainly includes some big and popular titles like GTA V, Fortnite, and Skyrim. However, it doesn't have the latest releases or a comprehensive selection, which will be a big bummer for hardcore gamers. Now, in terms of specs, Vortex is a bit tight on that. We know that they use the high-end Nvidia graphics cards and can accommodate up to 512 gigabytes of RAM, which is insane, which we also assume is delivered virtually. There may not actually be one machine dedicated just to you, but rather a network that distributes these resources efficiently. Now with pricing, this is how their plan looks like, which is a bit not so great considering what you get from other platforms. The biggest downside of any cloud streaming service is not having a free subscription, because there are others that do. So with a $9.99 per month basic subscription, you are getting 50 hours of gameplay per month and can add a maximum of 73 games to your library. And there's also a pro subscription pack that goes for $19.99 a month, giving you 80 hours of play per month and maximum of 167 games permitted in your library. There's also a large subscription pack that goes for $29.99 per month, 440 hours and a max of 154 games for your library. Now, these prices are in the US dollars. Now, the second on the list is Boosteroid. Now, Boosteroid is basically for European users, as the experience isn't the best if you'll be playing from the US. Boosteroid is one of the newer names in the cloud gaming industry. It lets you run AAA games remotely on your device regardless of its specs. It works well with Windows, Mac OS, Linux, Android, and iOS as well. And of course, there's no need to download and install the game before playing. So on your desktop, you can play from your browser, but on mobile, you would need the Boosteroid app. There is a separate app in case you want to play on your smart TV. You will also find the program for PC available to download, but you don't have to use it. The company cooperates with hardware giants such as Intel, Asus and Huawei, which leaves a mark on the user experience. It's based in Romania and the service is most suitable for European users only. Since emerging, it introduced server infrastructures in European countries including Spain, Italy, and Ukraine. Although this gaming cloud platform is available in the US, it's not the top choice. There are no limitations when it comes to which games you can run on mobile. Most of them work fine, especially when you are using a gamepad. According to the website, you need an internet connection of at least 15 megabytes per second if you want a smooth gaming experience. I tested the remote gaming service with little less than that and got some lag while playing. Some input lag was also present while signing into Steam. But we know that with a stable connection, you can play in 1080p at 60 frames per second, regardless of your internet connection. Boosteroid launches all games with the same settings. In terms of games, Boosteroid offers over 500 releases from all top gaming platforms like Steam, Battle.net, Epic Games Store, Origin, Riot Games, Wargaming.net, and Rockstar Games. Just keep in mind that not everything they offer is available for play, so make sure the game you want is on Boosteroid's cloud gaming server before signing up. In terms of prices, Boosteroid is just in line with the industry standard. The subscription starts at 9.89 euros per month, but you can get it for much less if you are ready to commit long term. The 1-year subscription is available for 49.89 euros as one payment, which amounts to 4.16 euros per month. The next on our list is the Amazon Luna. It was only natural that a company that helped pioneer the cloud server would delve into the world of cloud gaming. The Amazon Luna is on its way to the top if it markets this one right and is already a contender during the early access phase. Just like Vortex, it has a curated library of games rather than providing access to a complete cloud PC service. However, we get the inkling that Amazon has more deals on the table with the big game developers and game stores than an independent one like Vortex. Ultimately, its library will be vast and it already includes top titles like Metro Exodus, the newer Resident Evil, Grid, and even the newly released Assassin's Creed Valhalla, thanks to the partnership with Ubisoft. In total, there are already over 500 games and this streaming service is still in its infancy stage. It also surpasses Vortex by offering resolutions of 4K at 60 frames per second and 1080p at 60 frames per second, though we are not sure why it can't up the frames at the lower resolution. Either way, Amazon requires you to have a stable 10 megabytes per second connection, whether that be wired, Wi-Fi, or 4G to enjoy the full benefits of the platform. You can run the Luna app on desktop, PC, Mac, iPads, and iPhones, but sadly not available for Android users for some reason I don't know of. Luna is an on-demand game cloud streaming service, which means no waiting for downloads or setting up any aspect of the remote system, other than running on Windows and using the incredibly powerful Nvidia Tesla 4. We just know that it works fast, is efficient, and you have full access to its library if you pay for it, rather than some arbitrary storage limits. For pricing, the Luna Plus goes for $5.99 per month for unlimited hours of play and the ability to stream to 2 devices at the same time, which is the coolest deal on the market. They also have a $14.99 subscription that links you to Ubisoft's server. But we do believe the pricing is quite cheaper because it's still in beta. Google Stadia is the reason many people discovered cloud gaming back in 2019 when it first launched. Many beginner gamers with no access to great gaming hardware rejoiced as the service promise impressive features like 4K streaming at 60 frames per second and 2 free games a month for subscribers. Google Stadia costs $129 and includes a Chromecast Ultra, a wireless controller, and 3 months of Pro membership. Once the introductory period is over, a $9.99 per month subscription kicks in. Sure, it's pricier than other services on our list. The results certainly warrant such a high cost. One major advantage of the Chromecast Ultra is that you can stream games directly on your TV. Keep in mind that it's not a console, but rather your connection to Google Stadia's service. Of course, you can also play games on PCs and Android devices, which makes this service quite flexible in terms of hardware. Thanks to the great technology behind it, Google Stadia grants high-end gaming and perfect streaming on speeds of over 40 megabytes per second. On the flip side, users have reported that the initial setup can be frustrating. Furthermore, Google has a habit of abandoning projects quickly. Add that to the fact that Google Stadia's library is modest and limited, and the sustainability of this cloud gaming service becomes questionable. Google Stadia offers minimal lag or latency and seamless streaming on speeds of over 40 megabytes per second. It gives its subscribers 4K HDR for a Pro membership. Nvidia's GeForce Now is a strong contender for best cloud gaming service, thanks to its affordable price and broad access to third-party game stores. Unlike Amazon Luna, games are not free as part of your subscription. You have to own these games to play them, but that doesn't stop GeForce Now from being the best cloud gaming service for me. With GeForce Now, you can instantly play games you own from all the leading online game services, including Steam, Epic Games, Uplay, and Battle.net. And you can play these in 1080p at 60 frames per second with no lag if you have a stable and fast connection. There is no 4K as of yet, but they still recommend you to have 15 megabytes per second connection and wide if possible. Mobile devices obviously need to be connected to Wi-Fi or at least have a stable 4G connection to function. The big benefit of an official Nvidia cloud service is you get all the graphical bells and whistles that independent services can't offer. That means all the ray tracing your eye can handle. However, if you want to test the system, you can get 1-hour demos with no RTX, which is by far the best quirk GeForce Now has to its name. However, if you want to test the system, you can have 1-hour demos, 1-hour free demos with no RTX, which is by far the best quirk GeForce Now has to its name. The only real downside of GeForce Now is that it is still new and ironing out its kinks. Like having to force 1080p when it randomly defaults to 720p or a few glitchy interfaces when switching between game libraries. It could also mean price hikes and library changes in the future. But as of now, GeForce Now has one of the most affordable starting prices when it comes to cloud streaming services. You can get access for $4.99 a month with a limitation of 6 hours per gaming session, and also $24.95 upfront, and you get 6 months access, which is 1 month savings, but you are still limited to the 6 hours. Now, this might not be a big deal since you can get back right into the game after ending your 6-hour-long session.
Nonetheless, GeForce Now is undoubtedly a promising service and the perfect cloud option if you have a good internet connection to rely on. So this brings us to the end of the video, and I hope this was a useful and very informative one. Please don't forget to leave a like and also subscribe to my channel to get more videos like these. You can also turn on post notifications to get notified whenever I upload another video. So until next time, stay safe and peace.